It's 6:35 a.m. on Thursday, October 31st, 2019. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just died. Ooh, this is 5 more minutes of Halloween. You're welcome. First of all, a big thank you from me to Joan Fan, who in the comments provided me with the word that I was so frustrated trying to think of yesterday, which of course was the respiratory system. The respiratory system. Thank you very much. You saved me from tip of the tongue hell. I mean, I'm sure I could have Googled it, but that was definitely the word I was failing to think of. uh, well, so it's Halloween, right? It's interesting because, you know, as an adult with no kids in my immediate vicinity, I don't necessarily have any particular thing that drives me to interact with Halloween as a holiday. I certainly like it. I like thinking about it. I like spooky things. I will also just briefly tangent onto my affection for the term spoopy as well. If you are not familiar with spoopy, it basically is, informally used to refer to things that are, you know, spooky in like a cute and silly way. So, dealing with like ghosts and skeletons and monsters and other Halloween type things, but in sort of a cutesy way, right? Spoopy. Which once I was made acquainted with that term, I was thinking, yeah, yeah, no, I'm glad we have a term for that. You know, even if it's a cutesy, silly one, which is really entirely appropriate for its subject matter. It's good when optimally, I think it's useful when words themselves somewhat resemble their meanings. Uh, I was thinking about that recently just because, in particular, I was thinking about a word that is like it's so the actual word of it itself, like its appearance and the way it sounds and its mouthfeel is so contrary to what it actually means, and that word is pulchritude, which means beauty. Yes, when something is beautiful, it has lots of pulchritude. Well, that's okay. Words don't have to follow our rules. They have their own thoughts and feelings. Are you going to really make those words do things that they don't want to do? That's a weird tangent. Anyway, Halloween. Mostly, I think my primary interaction with Halloween recently, other than just sort of enjoying all of the other Halloween content out there, is buying candy. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it these days. I don't make a costume or anything. I think I might be more engaged with it, except that at least for the last couple of years, it's happening like right now, this year. Halloween is just a couple of days before this my Extra Life game, which I'm spending most of my mental energy preparing for that. So I just kind of am not thinking about Halloween as much. But I do like it. I like that it's out there, even if I'm not doing anything in particular with it. I like that it's happening. And I think that that's a good attitude to try to have with, we talk about FOMO in this modern age, fear of missing out. And, with TV and books and comics and video games and movies and all of these different things that, you feel like well, I just feel like I want to, and I want to do all of these things, but there's just not time, and I'm frustrated that I don't get the opportunity to do everything that I want to do. And I think that that's a very understandable feeling, but it's important for us to recognize that there was never going to be enough time to do everything. So you do have to just kind of pick and choose, and I think sometimes you have to be okay with there being something that you don't engage with directly, but that you can be happy that it exists out there and that people are enjoying it. So, happy Halloween! And I will return tomorrow to talk to you for 5 more minutes.